You're out in Iowa. What's the biggest issue you hear voters care about there?
Well, here in Iowa, they care about the fact that 30% of their stores and malls are closing forever. Their kids' future looks more insecure than ever before. We need to rewrite the rules of the 21st century economy to work for us, to work for our families, to work for the next generation. And my message to people here in Iowa is that if it's not working for you, it's not working, and we have to change it.
One of your competitors, Joe Biden, was talking about that balance. I'll just play it for you. Take a listen.
Anybody who can throw coal into a furnace can learn how to program, for God's sake.
Does he have that right?
He does not. I get along with Joe very well, but suggesting that former coal miners learn to code is not productive at all, and it doesn't line up with the reality that we all experience. The fact is that coding is like learning a foreign language that you have to become expert in. And that's not a realistic recommendation for millions of Americans. Instead, we have to stop confusing economic value and human value and put a dividend in place where we can all share in the incredible gains of the 21st century economy. That goes for the miners that Joe is referencing, that goes for the manufacturing workers here in Iowa, that goes for all of us. That's the centerpiece of my campaign, and that's, again, why we're growing and poised to make history next month.
Does that mean that you think basically Vice President Biden doesn't understand much of the way the economy works now in technology?
Someone who suggests that coal miners become coders is generally neither of those things. If you look at the numbers, 8% of Americans work in STEM fields, 92% do not. It is not realistic to say to 92% of Americans to somehow shoehorn themselves into the 8%. We have to think much, much bigger about what the jobs of the future look like, not based upon a narrow conception of market value, but instead what our actual needs and desires and values are in our communities.
Yep, Joe's been in one hell of a bad mood. I reckon things being what they are, we're just lucky to have these jobs.